Hello children, students of class 10th. So I hope you all have given your exam very well. All of you were giving exams in your homes. So online exam hopefully have gone very well. Now children, we will move on to the next term. So in the next term you are having just two chapters of geography. One is manufacturing industry. Along with it you have map work, and the next chapter is our transport and communication, which is named as lifelines of economy. So there also children we will be having map work as well as the chapter. So children, starting first with the manufacturing industries. What does manufacturing industries mean? What is the meaning of the chapter? Now the word manufacturing means to produce. The production process can be done with the help of simple tools, or it can be done with big machineries, huge machineries. Now when we are producing something new, when we are making something out of a raw material, we are manufacturing. So it can be a very simple thing. Suppose for example a blacksmith, he can make some iron tools, so that is manufacturing. Or suppose I am producing very simple material, like suppose I am stitching a dress material, so I am also producing something. So this manufacturing is some producing something from the raw material. And when we are manufacturing, when we are producing, we are making it much more useful as well as usable. So when the usability increases, of course the value of the product increases. Like for example, when we are buying raw cotton, you will find the price of raw cotton. Suppose 1 kilo raw cotton you are buying, the price of 1 kilo raw cotton will be lesser than the price of 1 kg of thread. Now from the raw cotton, 1 kg thread is produced only after using certain machines. It can be a simple machine, like a simple spindle, like Gandhiji used to use. So it can be a very simple spindle and the thread will come out. So because we are using some kind of machine, or it can be woven in a huge machinery also, the cotton thread can be used to make thread. So though it's a simple thread, but you will find that the price of thread will be more than the raw cotton. Now if you go to buy 1 kg of cloth, you will find that the price of cloth is more than the thread. So more and more we are processing the product, we are making it much more useful and usable. Usable means we can use it in a better way. So there is always processing in every stage. Like at home also children, you will find that when your mother is preparing some dish, she is using some kind of commodities, like the vegetables of course, and she will be using spices. Now those spices are also, either it is grinded in the mixer that you are having, or she or your mother is buying that powdered spices. That powdered spice is also processed in the machinery, and then it reaches to the customer. So children, for every stage when we are producing something, whether it is we are preparing a dish or a food for eating, where the raw material is processed, you will find that the end result is much more useful as well as usable. So that is manufacturing. Manufacturing is the process of processing the raw material into valuable and useful as well as usable product. So we have a host of products, like for example I've gave you the simple example of cotton. Now we cannot just stick cotton on our body and think that we are using or we are wearing cotton clothes. So cotton is a simple example. Like from cotton we are producing thread, from thread we are producing cloth, and then we are giving it finishing with the help of tailors, designers who will design dresses, and the tailor manufactures it. So similarly children, in the sugarcane industry also, sugar industry will find from the sugarcane the juice is extracted and then it is processed. Some of it is used for production of gur, some is used for production of sugar cubes, some goes in the production of your mishri. So in this way children, we have different industries. Similarly, aluminium is a metal, and that aluminium is extracted from bauxite. From bauxite aluminium is extracted, and alumina is extracted. From alumina we produce aluminium, and this aluminium is used for manufacturing the big aircrafts, as well as it can be used for construction purpose. Similarly children, the iron industry, iron and steel industry also goes through a long manufacturing processes, and then the end product is produced. Now this manufacturing industry children comes in the secondary sector. You have already learned that we have three major sectors: primary, secondary and tertiary. Though we have quaternary and quinary sector also, but here we are mostly engaged with these three sectors, that is primary, secondary and tertiary. The primary sector of course processes the or produces by tapping the nature directly, like we are doing fishing, farming, lumbering, collection of different forest products. But this secondary sector will always process the products of primary sector. So the primary sector is very much closely linked with the secondary sector. All the materials of primary sector are mostly processed, and this processing is done by the secondary sector, and the manufacturing comes in the secondary sector. In your book you will have a host of examples. So people engaged in manufacturing of textile, cars, iron and steel, aluminium industry, different kinds of industries, even your software industry, that is your information technology, the mobile phone, the laptops, the computer desktop, all of them comes under the manufacturing process. They are processed by these industries and we get the product. So secondary sector is very important because it not only binds the primary sector but it also binds the tertiary sector. Without the presence of tertiary sector, it is not possible to carry out trading and service of the products. We all know transportation is required for movement of the goods. The raw materials require movement, the finished products require movement. So both of them needs to be transported, that is the raw material as well as finished product. And so this secondary sector in between acts like a binder for both the sectors. So we know very well that the manufacturing industry is producing us valuable services, and now we will study about the importance of manufacturing industries in our life. Now this importance children I will explain with the help of a diagram that I have drawn for you. So let's see what this diagram has to explain. Now children, I have prepared a diagram where I have shown the manufacturing industry and its importance. So in the middle I have written the manufacturing industries and then how it is important for us. Now the first importance it presents is the processing of raw material. There are many products, children, which we simply cannot consume it raw because it is not possible. We simply cannot sit on a log of wood and think that we are sitting on a chair. So that wood has to be given a proper shape. That means it is going through processing. Similarly, children, I have given you example that we cannot just stick raw cotton on our body and think that we are just wearing cotton clothes. Similarly, children, there are different products which we use in our day-to-day life, like a simple pin that we are using has gone through processing, the stapler that we are using, the utensils that we are using at home, even the soap that we are using, the sanitizers that we are using these days, all have gone through the process of processing, and the raw materials are processed and it is done in the manufacturing industry. Just imagine, children, if the manufacturing industries were not there, this processing stage would have not been there. The second importance is produces useful and usable products. As I said, when a good is processed, obviously the product becomes useful to us and we can use it in a very better way. Usefulness is important. Usefulness and usability. Suppose we are producing something but we cannot use that product, or that product does not have any usefulness, so the entire processing is just a wastage of money. So the products will be processed, an end product of course will be produced, but that product has to be useful and it must be usable. Then only the manufacturing has some meaning. Otherwise we will be producing something which does not have any usefulness, any meaning. The third importance is the people, those who are working in this sector, gets employment. So it generates employment for the people who are working in the industries, and of course it eradicates poverty. Eradicates means it removes poverty. So children, you all know very well that recently when this pandemic situation occurred, so many people lost their jobs in the industries because the industries were shut down. So it created unemployment. There were so many laborers who moved away from this industrial belt and moved to their hometown again to resettle. So these industries, they attract labor force, it generates employment, and it eradicates means it removes poverty. It binds all the sectors of economy because the people belonging to other sectors also gets employment because of this manufacturing industries, because some people will be growing or they will be involved in gathering the products in the primary sector, and there will be some people who will be transporting, will be trading these products. Some people will be engaged in banking and insurance. That means they will be helping to invest money. They will be helping the traders, the manufacturers to invest money. So banking, insurance is also covered by this manufacturing industry. So it binds all sector of the economy. Manufacturing industry also supports agricultural sector. No doubt, children, the primary sector gets lot of support from the manufacturing industry. Now you might be surprised how this happens. Now first thing, the industries produces chemicals, fertilizers, pesticides, and these are used by the agricultural sector. The industries also produces different kinds of farm machineries, and they are also used by the agricultural sector. And later on, what they do, whatever the products come out, like for example cotton, jute, sugar cane, it's all processed in the industries and some end product is produced. So not only the manufacturing industries is providing them different kinds of inputs means chemical fertilizers, pesticides and machineries. They are also helping the agricultural sector to process their products, to process the agricultural commodities like sugarcane, rubber, coffee, cocoa, jute, cotton. The list is endless, children. Then our next importance is it brings development in infrastructural setup. Infrastructure word I have used in my agricultural sector chapter also. So like water supply, electricity, roads. So when any industry will be set up, obviously that total area will also develop, because roads will be required for transporting the raw material as well as finished products. Water is required for processing. Electricity is necessary to run the machineries. Obviously, the areas where the industries are set up, there we find the development in infrastructure is maximum. That's why you will find that in our country there are some zones where there are too much of industries, and these zones are having all the modern facilities, modern infrastructural facilities. Then of course promotes internal trade. We all know, children, that different industrial products reaches to distant corners of our country. Within the country, with the help of our roadways, our railways, even you will be surprised, children, the areas where there is water transport still existing, like in the Damodar Valley coalfields, the coal is transported with the help of ships and barges to the iron and steel plants which are located in the Damodar Valley region. So not only the roadways, railways, the ships move through waterways, and it promotes internal trade within the country. Then brings foreign exchange to international trade. This is also a very equally important point, as we all know, children, that we need different material from distant countries. Similarly, we also need places or countries to market our products. So you all are aware that Make in India is now being very much promoted by our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and India is being seen by different world countries as a very lucrative country where different commodities can be produced at a very cheaper cost. So not China but India is attracting lot of attention from USA and other European countries. So when we are trading with other countries, we are trading in dollars in the international market, and as the value of dollar is more, we earn more. Like for example, suppose the dollar, the cost of dollar is around, if it is around 40 rupees, so we will get the payment in dollars, and that means we will earn more. Then it develops good foreign relation. Obviously, we will always trade with countries with whom we have better relations. So it develops very good relations, foreign relations with different world countries because of the trade. It leads to balanced regional development. If the industry Next, it leads to balanced regional development if industries are set up in the entire country, in the different parts of the country, even the areas which are located in remote corners of the country, or the areas which are not so much accessible or the areas which are not having too much of facilities, even those areas will develop the infrastructure. So they will also develop proper road or proper railway connection, and there will be banks, insurance companies, water supply, electricity. So if the industries are distributed throughout the country, then we will have a balanced regional development. And then of course the manufacturing industry, if we sum up, we can easily see there are so many benefits. I'm going through them again. Processes raw material, produces useful and usable products, generates employment, eradicates poverty, binds all sector of economy, supports agricultural sector, brings development in infrastructural setup, promotes internal trade, brings foreign exchange through international trade, develops very good foreign relations, leads to balanced regional development. So children, today we have done a little bit introductory portion of the manufacturing industries. So hopefully children, you have understood this portion that I have taught today. Thank you children. Have a good day and take a note of this diagram. Okay children, please take down this diagram which I have drawn it on the board. You can easily have noted the points when I was discussing them. Thank you children. Have a nice day.